Hello, good afternoon. We're going to carry on with this. So, today we're going to finally get to the case studies. So, as I mentioned before, this one's going to be a little bit different. This video is definitely going to be longer. Well, whenever we get to the narrative, it's going to be a lot longer because we're doing both Resident Evil 4 OG and Remake as one case study. Also, let me put this down. Ew. This the new YouTube layout? Ew. Oh, that's gross. Alright. So, Resident Evil 4, both of them will be case study 1. Silent Hill F will be case study 2, and Ruin will be case study 3. So let's get started and we'll go from there. Alright. It's been a long day. Doing that 24-hour shift, it just kills you. 5:30 in the morning till 5:30 in the morning the next day. As soon as I got in, I was just KO'd, but luckily we were actually able to stream something yesterday. 4 OG. What? And Resident Evil 4 Remake. Okay. It's gonna be fun playing through the remake again. It's always a good time. Alright, what do we want to do here? Again, this will be kind of weird just because we're doing technically two different games. The similarities and differences, there's a lot of similarities and a lot of differences, but we're gonna play this carefully. So what do I want to do? Let's see. Both versions. Both versions of RE4. Yeah, it's a solo mission, but Leon definitely gets a lot of help, especially from Ada. Both versions of RE4 have Leon as the lone figure in a hostile world, in a hostile environment. What the fuck? Okay, so it should be noted that Leon and RE4 and Leon and RE4 make are different characters from like a psychological point of view, in a sense. 4 make Leon's a little bit more jaded. Obviously, RE4 Leon, bless him, the king of one-liners, but you can tell there's a stark difference between the two. They're both good characters, of course. RE4 Leon, peak. You know what? Let me put my Resident Evil 4 jacket on. I need to get into character. Be right back. Okay, there we go. Now we were in character. Also, yes, these jackets are very comfy. Okay. So yes, they're two different characters. Oh, great. It's this song. This is a very awkward song. It's because you know you're in a save room, but Nemesis is right outside that door. Yeah. Good old OG Nemesis. We had a lot of good fun times together. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, this is be kind of tricky. How do I want to reword this? Because he's definitely jaded in RE4 make, but he's I'm gonna say overconfident in 4. He's again bless him. He's definitely confident in 4. Like we're not gonna deny it. Shit. Okay. This is just for me. This is just notes for me. And I totally butchered that spelling. I still butchered that spelling because I'm an idiot. Okay. All right, we'll definitely have to go into his character, just characterization, and we'll make a lot. Well, the remake turns it inward. Because you can tell, like, Leon's character is still suffering because of the events of Raccoon City. Especially going off of 2 make to 4 make. If it's like OG RE2 to RE4, it's completely different character. Like, well, people walked over Leon in RE2. Straight up walked over him. Especially Ben. Oh my god. Get him! Now. Bye. Oh, rest in peace, Paul Haddad. But yeah, Leon was a Boy Scout in RE2 original. People walked all over him. No one, like, literally, like, batted an eye to him. But that turned upside down in RE4 when he was just my man's confidence was amazing. But from RE2 make all the way to 4 make, it's like sure Leon was still relatively a Boy Scout. He kind of screwed over Ben, especially with the Mr. X situation, of course. You're asking you need to go ask Chief Irons in order to let Ben out of his cell in a zombie outbreak. Like, bruh, what are you thinking, Leon? But you can tell definitely he's become jaded from his time in RE2 make all the way to 4. So OGRE4 presents isolation as external, while the remake turns it inward. Kind of through guilt in a way. Yeah. Shaping it through guilt. Shaping it through guilt. Sort of. It was traumatic. Like the shit he had to deal with from 2 all the way to 4, the training, the drink, fuck, the drinking. Also, don't drink unless you're an adult. Leon is an alcoholic, mind you. Cheers, Leon S. Kennedy. Shaping through guilt, trauma, and fatigue. Okay. Okay. I think that's good. So case study. Oh, both versions of RE4 have Leon as a lone figure. Sort of. Leon gets a lot of help in the background. In a hostile environment, it should be noted that OG Leon, RE4 Leon, I'm an idiot. OG RE4 Leon and remake Leon are different characters. Hot take. OG RE4 represents isolation as external. You think of it as a tactical detachment, while the remake turns it inward, shaping it through guilt, trauma, and fatigue. Okay, that's good. I like it. Who the hell is screaming out there? That's why I don't mind living in a barracks. I don't. But sometimes it's a college party every night. I'm old as fuck, but we have people that are like 18, 19 just getting like piss drunk wasted on a Tuesday. What? Mm. Okay. So anyways, the setting the setting in both games is kind of a paradox in a way. It's open, but it feels claustrophobic. Like it's suffocating. Yeah. It's open, yet what did it say suffocating? Alive, I guess. Alive. Yet unwelcoming. Because again, the area is massive, yet you feel like you're confined. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm thinking. This one's a lot harder because I'm comparing 2 different games that again are similar but different at the same time. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this is gonna be another hot take. You're technically playing at a distance in a sense. You're not like up close and personal unless you really want to be up close and personal. And that's emphasizing distance. While remake is more catered toward a realistic point of view. Oh yeah, that's such a hot take. We'll say humanizes. Through realism. Realism. I would definitely say I felt more vulnerable playing Formake than I did with OG. And again, this is a hot take, but RE4, RE4 make definitely brought back the enemies being SpongeBob. Damn, those Ganados are spongy. They just eat it. Not as bad as the two make. Oh my god, two make was funny. I'm like, god damn, I just wasted a whole entire clip and you're still coming. This one's a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. So both versions of RE4 have Leon as the lone figure, sort of. Leon gets a lot of help in the background in a hostile environment. It should be noted that OG RE4 Leon and remake Leon are different characters. Hot take. OG RE4 represents isolation as external. I have to think of it like a tactical detachment, while the remake turns it inward, shaping it through guilt, trauma, and fatigue. The setting in both games is a paradox in a sense. It's open yet suffocating, alive yet unwelcoming. Mechanics play a role in the isolation. Another hot take. OG RE4 limits control and perspective to emphasize distance, while RE4 remake humanizes isolation through realism and vulnerability. This will be a fun one. All right. Yeah, this one definitely is going to be a little bit harder than the other ones, that's for sure. Okay, wow. And that RE3 music hits good. Okay. Case study 1. Resident Evil OG and RE4 remake. Both versions of RE4 have Leon as a sole figure, sort of. Leon gets a lot of help in the background in a hostile environment. It should be known that OG RE4 Leon and remake Leon are different characters. Hot take. OG represents isolation as external. I had to think of this like a tactical detachment in a sense. While remake turns it inward, shaping it through guilt and trauma and fatigue. The setting in both games is a paradox in a sense. It's open yet suffocating, alive yet unwelcoming. Mechanics play a role in isolation. Another hot take. OG RE4 limits control and perspective to emphasize distance, while RE4 Remake humanizes isolation through realism and vulnerability. Okay. The setting in both games is a paradox in a sense. It's open yet suffocating, alive yet unwelcoming. Hmm. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of hot takes here. Reinforcing the idea that Leon's survival. Yeah, it's not about companionship. It's more not about companionship. Not through companionship, but solitude. He's the lone wolf. Oh, all right, there we go. All right, so let's read this again because I did a lot of hot takes here. A lot of hot takes. Both versions of RE4 have Leon as a lone figure, sort of. Leon gets a lot of help in the background in a hostile environment. It should be noted that OG RE4 and remake Leon are different characters. Hot take 1. OG RE4 represents isolation as external. Because I am a dumbass, so I gotta think of it like a tactical detachment. while the remake turns it inward, shaping it through guilt, trauma, and fatigue. Because Leon is jaded, extremely jaded. Not extremely, but you can tell. Play RE2, then RE4, and see Leon's character. He goes from Boy Scout to a superhero, pretty much. A very confident guy. Then you go from RE2 remake. You have Leon still relatively a Boy Scout, but they more so emphasize the trauma that he felt through the beginning all the way to the end. Then they kind of carried that on into RE4. He's still a confident, very fabulous individual, but you can tell like he has his issues. Like play RE4 again, or 4 remake again. You can tell like he has baggage. All right, so the setting in both games is a paradox in a sense. It's open yet suffocating, alive yet unwelcoming. I'll take it again. You as the player see the after effects of Lost Blogs on the surrounding area. Things become predatory, reinforcing the idea that Leon's survival is not through companionship. Why did I whiff that? But through solitude. Mechanics play a role in isolation. Another hot take. OG RE4 limits control and perspective to emphasize distance, while RE4 Remake humanizes isolation through realism and vulnerability. Okay, so since this one is kind of awkward, we have to think outside the box, definitely. Let's focus more so on how isolation isn't a condition of his mission, but the cost of it. Help and safety are illusions. Leon is alone. Okay, this is good. So we have to wrap it up here, because I gotta reopen Silent Hill F again and go through every file again, just to make sure I'm good to go on that one, because Silent Hill F again is the newest horror game. And I definitely want to make sure I don't screw that one up. I gotta make sure that one's spoiler free because people are still playing it. I started another playthrough last night too. I'm like, yeah, let's go. I'm about to beat the shit out of things with my pipe. But yeah, I gotta go through all the files again, and we'll go through there. So tomorrow I'll do case study 2 with Silent Hill F. Then after that we'll do FNAF. Then I'll see if I have to add any more sections. Then we'll start finally getting towards the conclusion of this outline. Then we finally start running the narrative. So good shit, everybody. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a good rest of your evening.